Right folks, we've been riding this, the Triumph Speed Triple RS 2020 edition. Been riding that for a couple of weeks now. Here's the full review. Enjoy.
I've been a real bad boy on the town all night. Starting to calm down with the morning light. I've been down in the dirt.
So folks, welcome back to the channel. I've been riding the 2020 Triumph Speed Triple RS for a good couple of weeks now. Actually, I've only really had a full week at it because I was away in Wales for a week, but I've hammered that week. You'll have seen the first review. If not, check that out in the vid there. And now, I've got a few miles under my belt. There's the in-depth one. Quick bit of admin as usual. Thank you so much to all you regular subscribers who keep on coming back to the channel. If you're a new subscriber or if you haven't yet subscribed, please smash that subscribe button. Remember to ding dong that bell, and don't forget, either way, leave a thumbs up or a thumbs down and a comment down below to let me know what you're thinking. As ever, a huge thank you goes out to all you clan members over on Patreon. I literally could not do this without your support, so thank you so much. I'm sorry we've not had the sort of personal contact that I want the clan to have. You know, we're supposed to be doing lots of meetups and lots of ride-outs, but obviously I'm sure you understand this year with the whole COVID thing, it's just poked everything right in the sphincter. But anyway, once we can get back to some sort of normality, we'll be meeting up and you'll be seeing a lot more of my ugly face. Right folks, back to it. The 2020 Triumph Speed Triple RS. I did the first ride review of this bike on a cold, wet morning down backcountry lanes. I tried to give it as varied a terrain as possible. Motorway, dual carriageway, backcountry B roads, A roads, scratchers. But I tell you what, on a warm summer's day, this thing comes alive. This is where this bike belongs. It is razor sharp handling, absolutely razor sharp. And once you get the rev range up a bit, I think maximum torque, it's 140 Newton meters of torque. That's at the sort of 7,000 revs mark. What's that? Oh, I wasn't sure if that was dust in the road. And you really feel that kicking in. It's not to say, I mean, it's got plenty of punch low down, but once you get up to that rev, once you get up to where the main torque is, this thing will just launch you. It's full all-in suspension, front and rear, but at speed, on really bumpy back roads, it does struggle. That may well be because it's not set up for 20 stone of fat Scottish beef. But it by no means is lacking. On normal good surface flat roads, it is an absolute joy. Oh, that dual arrow can, oh my god. Under power, especially higher up in the rev range, it just rips through the air. I genuinely love it. What a road bike. And breathe. This bike is just a joy to ride. I mean, I'm sat at the speed limit and it feels like I'm going about 90 miles an hour. Don't get me wrong, this thing will go crazy. It will go insane speeds on unrestricted private roads or track, obviously. But it still lets you enjoy yourself. Fourth gear, I tell you, third, fourth gear, wow, they are the ones to play with on this bike. The whole chassis, the handlebars, the whole orientation of this bike just makes you want to dip your shoulder, lean your head and get into the bend. And the bike just follows your body. It's beautiful. Seems to cut like a razor through the curves. That quick shifter, oh, it's divine. So smooth, it's like butter. Sorry, the blipper is like butter. The quick shifter can actually be a little bit agricultural. Let me see, let's go down. So we're in third into fourth, higher revs, still quite clunky. It's weird, sometimes it's beautifully smooth, and other times not quite GS like, but it's a little bit agricultural at times. But the blipper just seems to be silky smooth all the time. And into some 30s. Those brakes are beautiful. Full Brembos, front and rear, gorgeous. I think the 4-pot calipers I'll put on the screen now. Now, first gear on this, maybe it's this particular bike, I don't know, but the clutch of first gear, it's got a very quick biting point. You literally hardly let the clutch out at all, and it's biting, pulling you through. I was going to say pulling you off, but you know what I mean. See there, beautiful quick shifter, really nice. I think maybe you just have to be under a bit more drive, get the revs up, and then the quick shifter works better. Oh, blipper's just gorgeous. So here we go, national speed limits on these bumpy roads, and that's a little bit of a nightmare. Sort of throwing you out the seat. But then, you know, it's quite extreme roads, those. Quite bumpy little back roads. Can't really fault that, can you? It's meant for the more major roads. But I do love riding down these backcountry roads that Cali Moto sends you down. I've been doing loads of exploring all around the southeast. Oh, the pickup, the drive on this. Third gear, it's gorgeous. Second, third and fourth, really, it really punches you down the road. See what I mean though? Look, we're just sat at the speed limit, and I feel like I'm doing 80-90 miles an hour. There's not much wind turbulence, feels great, doesn't feel bad at all actually. This helmet is quite noisy anyway, that's why there's probably a lot of noise on the lid, on the helmet sound, but I'm not feeling much buffeting at all around the head or the shoulders or my knees and toes. Look at that, in before the solid, like a glove. This thing is just a joy. Now, seating position, the seat itself feels great. I've sat in the seat, done a couple of 100 miles at a time, no problems at all. Speaking of a couple of 100 miles, the fuel, I've been getting around about, I would say, normal road riding. I'm getting, but you're enjoying yourself, I'm getting around 130, 140 miles to a tank. Peg position does feel quite high, but not uncomfortable. It's actually a nice position because it forces your knees up into a position where you can easily grasp the tank, and then you know you've got all this maneuverability of the bike. It is beautiful. The bike just feels so stable. I genuinely love it. Oh my good God, this thing is a hoot. So what's it like on dual carriageways and motorways? Well, one and the same really, both the same speed limit, 70 miles an hour, which we're currently sat at. Feels fine, no dramas whatsoever, folks. You certainly don't have the weather protection that you'd get off of a fared bike, but in terms of wind blast, absolutely nothing to write home about in my book. Connectivity, sorry to interrupt, Triumph connectivity. They have magic gadgetry working now where you download an app onto your phone, mobile device of choice, iOS and Android, and it will connect to your bike and you can get turn-by-turn navigation, you can get access to some analytics about your ride, blah-de-blah-de-blah-de-blah-de-blah. It's only available for certain models. I think the RS is one of them at the moment, both speed and street, but this one is not equipped with it. They don't come as standard yet on all models, so check with your dealership, see if yours is, and you can get it as an add-on. Okay, you can get back to him now. Cheers, bye. Well folks, what can I say? The 2020 Triumph Speed Triple RS, what a bike. I am blown away by this thing. It's not at all what I thought it would be. I'm not entirely sure what I was expecting, but that has opened my eyes massively. What a road bike. In terms of a machine for riding on the road and enjoying the road, carving up the corners, that thing is a scalpel. It's amazing. Initially, I didn't think it tickled my danglies as much as the Super Duke R did. I think the Super Duke still has it because of that sort of brutal engine, that brutal engine note that it has, and the sort of bolshiness, like it's on steroids, just that sort of thing. This thing is almost understated. It's got a beautiful sort of rip to its engine note round about the 6,000–7,000 revs. It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, and it sort of lets you know that this thing packs a punch, and it does. It's comfortable. I've been munching the miles on it. For a bike that has no screen, apart from when you're really getting a lick on, like way above the national speed limit for a motorway or dual carriageway, I was fine. I'm at the Devil's Dyke here, so it's a bit like the M25, this road. All in, folks, what a machine. For £13,600, you get this bike. I mean, wow. I can see why my mates Turner, Wee Si and Doris, I can see why they spent their money on these things. They are a lot of fun. Super Duke still wins it for me for an out-and-out road bike, but I would not be disappointed with one of these. Get yourself down to a local Triumph or any dealership that does these and take one for a spin. However, next year there's the new Speed Triple. I think it's going to be an 1160, if that's correct. That could be a weapon. All in, folks, love it. Absolutely love it. Blown away by this thing. Well, would you believe it, folks? That's exactly where the GoPro decided it was going to give up the ghost. However, you can tell I really enjoyed that. What a bike the 2020 Speed Triple RS is. And I can't wait for the new one. Anyway, folks, all that's left to say is a huge thank you to all you regular subscribers that keep on coming back for more. You're proper gluttons for punishment. If you haven't yet smashed that subscribe button, please do. And don't forget to ding dong that bell. As ever, don't forget to leave a like or a dislike and let me know what you think in the comments down below. It really does help, folks. And if you're a member of the clan over on Patreon, folks, you go that extra mile. Your generosity blows me away. Thank you so much. Thanks so much for all your messages about the Brewtime podcast. It's available on all podcasting platforms. Don't forget to check that out. Links down below. Right, folks, that'll do us. As ever, keep on doing your thing. Get on out there. Look after those that you love. But most importantly, live your life. Hooah!